Welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV Chronicles. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you to all three of my lovely viewers constantly DMing me about this. I'm so glad I have the support of my loyal fans to harass me until I upload new content. And of course, I want to remind you all to subscribe, leave a like, and hit the bell down below so you're told whenever I upload new content. Anyway, without further ado, let's catch up with our friend, who is of course practicing his Black Mage rotation on the Striking Dummy. Black Mage. A job you always thought was for overweight, unclean nerds. The kind of guys who play D&D every weekend with their sweaty guy friends instead of going out clubbing like the rest of society. Which is ironic, considering that you do neither. So really, who are you to judge? But you do, nonetheless. Things have been going pretty well with your ex. You two are spending a lot of time together, and she's slowly starting to open up, telling you about her personal life. Things you already know, but semantics, right? You've also been foolproofing your double life. She asks what you do for a living. You say you're an engineer for a fancy firm, but she doesn't know about it, because it's in Germany. Because everyone online is German. She buys it. You tell her you're 24, knowing that she's 22, and she loves this. You're older, but not too old. The perfect match. You've been farming the relic together, spending all that time in Zadnor, redoing the content that you've suffered through already, for the sake of love. Running the alliance raids together, farming memories, quite literally. Double life aside, you've also been making improvements IRL. You've lost weight, you started looking for work. Corona is slowly coming to a close, and the real world is kicking back a lie, realizing that you were just using it as an excuse to stay comfy in your own deep bubble this entire time. You've got an interview next week, McDonald's, but hey, we will start somewhere. Good for you, buddy. You wake up the next day and check your messages. Your ex sent you a good night message, as she usually does on your new Discord account. You say good morning back and start farming memories in Zadnor, waiting for her to get up for hours and hours. And it feels like forever has passed. It's 3 PM. She's still not said hello in your private link shell. Usually she's awake by 10. You check Discord and she's online, but she hasn't replied to your good morning message. You leave Zadnor with your heart racing. The situation feels all too familiar to you. You check your friends list and she's online. In Limsa. You quickly teleport over and run around trying to find her. And you do. She's standing there by the Aetherite alone. But before you can say hi, she teleports. And you see hearts. She's married to someone else. You log out of the game and stare at the character selection screen for a while, looking at your old character. You close the public test build Discord and finally open up your main account, looking at your DMs with her from 6 months ago. Why are you chasing this girl? It's been 6 months. She's moved on. Her life has moved on. And yours? It's going nowhere. You've been chasing a memory of someone who isn't the same. Chasing a relationship that doesn't exist. Being someone that isn't real. You're a made-up character, making mistakes. You log back onto your main character, and instantly it feels like home. Staring at your Dark Knight hotbar, all the gil that you've worked so hard for, even though you bought it. The relic progress that you've made. Everything just feels right. And you realize you're healing. You found the motivation from this girl, using an awful method to get back in contact. But the impact it's had shouldn't end with the end of her. You've made improvements, and you should carry those improvements forward with you for your sake. You start walking to the beach of the mist and change your mind. And so we find ourselves outside the lavender beds late at night, thinking deeply about the past. So what if you don't have a girl to call yours anymore? Who cares if you've messed things up with 2 girls? Who cares if your next interview is at McDonald's? We've all been there. We've made mistakes, and we live with regrets. The what ifs don't matter. What matters is you. You realize how silly you've been, and how disgusting it was that you've lived a double life to this poor girl that just wants nothing to do with you. How cruel it was for you to put a girl that was interested in you into second place. And you realize exactly why you need to put yourself first for a change. It's time you stopped looking for the perfect partner and started working on becoming the perfect partner. Work on yourself and heal. And maybe next time your relationship endeavors will have more success when you've become a better person. You're not a totally bad guy. If you made some changes, you'd have a lot to offer. All it takes is some hard work, dedication, and a little bit of time.